Good evening, everybody, and welcome. My name is Dawn Denton, and I have the lovely Charlott McAnsh with me this evening. And we are going to be chatting. Well, Charlott's going to share all sorts of fabulous stuff about networking and getting your website and your business listed and all the amazing stuff that they do. But I wanted to introduce Charlott as I think Charlott's one of those people that when you first meet her, and that's what happened to me when I first met her, you know that she cares deeply about the people she works with and the community. She's very community driven. And I am really thrilled that I have got Charlott here with us today as our very first guest on the Business Blitz. So it's a short opportunity for Charlott to share what the amazing stuff that she does. And hopefully you can take some action afterwards and do something in your business that will make a difference, or if you're self-employed. So welcome, Charlott. It's lovely to have you, even though you're across the border.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Dawn. It's really strange for me to hear an introduction about myself because I'm usually the one interviewing. So thank you so much for the opportunity and for being able to share a little bit what we do and how it can help your community as well. So thank you for that.
Brilliant. No problem. So what I'm going to do is just hand over straight to you right away so you can get on with sharing all your amazing gems.
So I'm going to share my screen, everyone, and hopefully you can see that. There we are. So yes, hello and welcome. I am Charlott McAnsh and I am the founder of Seen Bounds. We have a little bit of the background of how things kind of got started. So the business story started long before I met Jamie McAnsh, who's now my husband, and who at the time built Seen Bounds after he woke up paralyzed. He woke up paralyzed overnight in 2014. And he realized very quickly that if you Google, so you're probably going to go off and Google this now, but if you Google, I become disabled overnight, the only things that you will get up is literally things about grants and that sort of thing. It's no kind of advice on how to get a good wheelchair and that sort of thing. So it became a blog for people that had to adapt and diversify in life. After sort of something tragic had happened. Jamie then went on in 2015 to do some crazy challenges, and many of you have heard his story, would know some of the things that he did, just jumping out of an aeroplane and stuff like that. And it became an events platform, which you can still see today. And the events platform was there to raise £250,000 for charity. And it was there for people to get involved with that project of raising money for lots and lots of different charities. That helped Jamie when he first sort of became ill. And then it evolved. So Seen Bounds became a podcast platform. It was an events board already, and it became a business directory, but it was mainly aimed for the disabled market. Jamie is an ambassador for some products and things. So that's sort of the backstory. And then I joined Seen Bounds in 2019. I actually, at the time, was working for a corporate online auction house for fine stringed instruments, violins and cellos and that sort of thing. I was traveling a lot. And I was given a book, and I'm going to give a little shout out to her, from Beverly Jones, who wrote a book called Made It Through the Rain. And we were walking the dog, and I talked about my job for about 2 hours. And Jamie said, read this book. I think you need to read this book. We only just met then, so this was quite new. So I read the book. And after that weekend, I thought, if I don't do something about my life at the moment, as it was in the corporate world, I thought I'm going to hit burnout. I was very close to burnout, and I didn't realize that. I'd taken kind of steps away. So I decided 2 weeks later to give up the job and join Seen Bounds and obviously work with Jamie. And then 2020, as we all knew it, kind of happened. And basically the whole world, as Jamie will say, became paralyzed overnight. And that's something that we thought, you know what, we can help people with this. We can help business owners get back on their feet in a time when people really need it. And that's kind of what we started to create. And that's how Seen Bounds, as you know it now, will appear. There's still a lot of elements of it from before, but yeah, I'm going to carry on from there. So basically, what I want to do today is I would love you to get involved with Seen Abounds. I would love you to sort of just simply get started and get you into the business directory. It's completely free to set up your personal profile, and it's completely free to join the business directory. I'm also going to give you some little free giveaways at the end of this little presentation as well. So I hope you enjoy that. So memberships.
Hello and welcome to Seen Abounds.
We have 3 different memberships. So somebody has just, the video has just started playing. So I will go through these in detail a little bit more. So so the 3 different memberships is the Directory Lite, the Directory Plus, and the Networker platform. So Seen Abounds is an interactive business network with a directory. It's got an events board, like I mentioned, and also the members area. We also love, this is what I said when Dawn very kindly introduced me, we also run Seen Abounds Live, which is a YouTube channel. So a lot of what we do with our members is giving them exposure via interviews. I don't know about you, but if you're maybe a solopreneur or you have a small team, it can be really hard to go live on video on your own. I know I certainly find it strange when you're talking into a camera and you don't know who's watching, but we all know we've got to do video and we know how effective it is. And that's where Seen Abounds Live come in, and the members can benefit from that exposure and also utilize that content for their own social media. This year, from demand actually from the customers, we've introduced our networker package. And the networking has just grown immensely, and it's fantastic because it brings the community together. So Seen Abounds as a networking community has grown into lots of different events. So we got our Get Walking events when we go up. We got a camper van called Dillis, and we often sort of take her away and go to lots of different places. So we do Snowdon, Pennyvan, we've done a few other, we're doing a sculpture walk on the 1st of April. So if anyone is watching this and want to kind of have a little trip out, then do take a look. We would love to see you. So that's just a little bit of what we offer. We would love you now to try and get started and click register. So if you're on the computer, why not do it now? It's really easy. You literally just simply fill out the form. Now, if you're anything like me, you will not remember your password. So we'll ask you for choose a strong password. Literally, you can just do your normal password that you would have with maybe a hashtag, and that will make it a strong password, and that make it really, really easy for you to remember as well. So once you're registered, you can then build your profile. And we got Jamie's here because he's also a speaker, so he's got his speaker profile up there. Put as much information like you can on there, because the more that you share, the more people are going to know about you and know if they, feel like they can maybe collaborate or connect with you. Same like any other social media platform. Put as much information as you would like to share with other people. And then once that's been done and you created your personal profile, you can then add your business listing. So it's basically just click add listing, and that will take you on to the different packages. So here you can choose the different package that will suit you best at the moment. So the Directory Lite is an introduction to the business directory, but you'll still get a backlink to your website, which again, if you're just starting out and you don't have the website, you can use that link to go to your Facebook page, LinkedIn page, so people can find you that way. Then you have the Directory Plus and the Networker. So there's lots of different things to choose from them, but to just get you started, maybe just go in and click the Directory Lite. Once you're happy with that, you can submit your listing and complete your payment. Now, if you just submit the listing, that means that your listing can be viewed if you've chosen a free package. If you choose one of the other packages, then if you want to sort of take part of the networking that we do, and you want to hit that package, you will go on to the payment plan, which is a subscription. So how do you get connected? And what's so special about Seen Abounds is that it's like a social media platform like any other, but it's without the noise. It's without that white noise. It's without having to post a few times a day or a few times a week or whatever that looks like on different platforms. You can literally go on, and if you've followed me through with this process now, you'll see that you can add friends. So add new connections or, every day. You can get exposure by telling your story. We've given a little shout out here to Ollie because he runs a fantastic community as well. We are very community based with other communities too, and he runs a lovely community called Humans. But we also do the Scene Abounds live. So here are just a few examples. We film regularly in Swindon. We're looking at the moment for different venues in Bristol. And we also got our own recording studio here at the office in Cardiff. So we can do sort of location and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of benefits, as you know, to get more exposure with your brand and your business. I want to share a little bit of, so basically how you can get support and things from the community, but I want to share a really lovely success story. So Danielle, who you'll see in this lovely sort of red suit there, she came to us when she first opened her business, and Jamie kind of knew her from before and had worked with her. She's an incredible event organizer, and she wanted to set up her virtual office assistant business. And when we found out that she'd gone on her own, we said, right, you know, can we maybe, we wanted to utilize her services, but we also wanted to sort of see how we could help her in business because she'd never done anything like this before. And she now gets 95% of her clients that come from the community. And that is because it's the know, like, and trust element there already, because our community and network has grown organically. We've invited people, so they know that we actually know the people. And that's, I think, that's what I really care about. I think our strength is really to connect the right people to the right person and also the right budget. So for example, we have people like Danielle, who I said it's success story, you know, I know her charges. I won't sort of talk about the charges, but I know the people that I can direct to her. And it's the same if it's an accountant. If somebody said to me, Charlotte, I would like to sort of speak to an accountant because I need some help. I know that I can say, right, okay, what do you need help with? Do you just need the bookkeeping? Do you need management accounts? Do you need VAT returns? What actually do you need help with? And as they might say, well, my budget is £150 a month, and this is what I need help with. And I know that I can put forward a handful of people to them that they maybe, you know, want to support in their area. And that's what the whole part of the business directory and that community element is all about, is connecting the right people to the right person at the right budget as well. The other thing that I absolutely love is the groups, and they really started to take off. So we launched this interactive website about a year ago now. And we have literally found in the last sort of 6 months that the groups are really starting to happen. And the groups, I love all social media. I think it's a great way to stay connected. And I know it can be overwhelming for some people as well, because we are always connected, aren't we? We're always connected somehow. But it's also, I think if you see it as the positive, if you see it as a positive element and you showcase positive things, which I know that Dawn really loves to do in her community, it will bring positivity. Get rid of the bad stuff, and if you get overwhelmed, then maybe just sort of take a breather and take a break from it. But the whole point of the groups of Scene Abounds is that you don't need to post all the time. It's not about comments and liking and all of that sort of thing. It's about asking for support and asking for help with exposure. So I've connected, as you see on the screen there, you can see that there's like Get Connected Bristol Temple Meets, which is one of our networking groups. And in there, after each network, we will basically show the chat. And in there, people can then connect. So I have given people opportunities to go to podcasts. In fact, one of our ladies went on 4 opportunities to do podcasts, which is obviously great exposure. And that was just from one networking meeting. That's what it's all about for me, is being able to ask you what you need help with in your business right now, whether you're starting out or whether you're, you know, a growing business that wants to scale up and you maybe need new connections, or you need other things in your business that you didn't have before, or whether you're an established business that are looking for other opportunities. It's all in there in the network and the community. So the platform, what I would love to give away today is a little takeaway for everyone who's been watching. It's really, really lovely that Dawn has sort of put on this, because I think it's a great way to get some exposure. But what I really would love to do is give you some help and support. So with the platform, if you are interested in more networking, if you use and apply a code FAB50, you will get £50 of any of the packages. With the networking as well, if you're new to networking, this is one of the feedbacks I always get about network, because it's not scary, I promise. You do not have to do a 60-second pitch. You literally just come on and you go, hi, I'm Charlotte from Bounce, and that's all you need to do. And then you go into breakout rooms on one-to-ones. So you will have minimum of four people that you will meet, and it'd be about 7 minutes long. And then we do a little feature of what you can utilize on the platform, as well as asking you of who you're looking to connect with right now, who you need support from, or if you're looking for exposure, perhaps like I mentioned earlier, like a podcast or a live video, like something like this. Why not share your story and your business as well? And just to give other people an idea of how they maybe can work with you and how they can collaborate with you and how you can help as well. So we've given you away a code. We've got 100 spaces. So please use this code, free 100. It is capital sensitive. So please just make a note of that. And I can put it in the chat later as well. So you can utilize that for any of the Bounce events. And the easiest way to find that is to go to cenabounce.co.uk, go to the events board, and you just put Bounce in the search bar, click search, and you will see all of our walking events, all of our networking events. We've got some events called Get Inspired, which are absolutely fabulous as well, which is a little sort of extra bonus. So there's lots and lots of different events there. So just use that code for anything that kind of applies to you. And you can have basically free networking from us. So that's all I've got to share today. I really, really want to thank you for watching. And if you have any comments or anything like that, I'm here. The magic is always in the one-to-one. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to jump on a call or share anything around networking or how you can sort of best utilize the platform. And if you're new in business, there's so much we can help with as well. So yeah, just get in touch via the links below. That would be wonderful. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Dawn, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. That is brilliant. And do you know what I love about your community is that when people start, and like you said, it's quite scary, isn't it? Yeah. And you don't always think of yourself as a business. You just think of yourself as someone doing something, and the whole concept of a business is petrifying, but it's such a welcoming community. And I saw on the slides some really very familiar faces from all the networking I've done in the past. So it feels like a family, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we wanted to create, is that familiarity. And actually, people go sometimes, but surely you can't know all like 700. I think we've got 756 members. We've got about 2,500 businesses in the business directory. And we actually do, we know them, we've met them through networking, we have got to know them. And like I mentioned in my sort of little presentation, I always make a point of knowing who they're looking for, and that, you know, what kind of exposure, what they want, because every time then when I meet someone, I know who I can direct to who. And I think that's really, really important. And I think that's a point sometimes that people forget. When they meet someone, they kind of talk about their own business, and then they forget to sort of, and that's what we're all about, is helping you to find the right people for your business, whether you're in the startup or scale up or even an established business.
Now, tell us a bit about your YouTube channel.
Oh, I love the Bounce Live. So we started working with Luke from Mosa Films. We actually set up an office. It's going to be 1 year next month, which is really exciting. And we had an old shed that was literally falling apart. And we met Luke, and we just absolutely adored him. He's 26, starting out in business. And he'd been a little bit hurt in his sort of career previously. And we just wanted to help him. We said to him, what was your goal? And he said, well, in 5 years, I want my own studio. And we said, well, we might have a plot of land where you can build your studio. So that's what he did last summer with his dad. So we now have the benefit of having our own film studio, podcast studio. And Luke has got, you know, a working sort of recording studio, which is incredible. He then come on board with us with Bounce Live. and we're now building that YouTube channel for the benefits of our members. Because I don't know about you, Dawn, but I absolutely think it's hard to sit and talk in front of a camera without kind of seeing anyone. And we kind of disengage with that content as well really quickly. If it's an interview, so we had an interview today with a hypnotherapist, people can just see her kind of story and they can relate to it. And that's what it's all about. People buy from people.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. And it must have been really scary the first time you went in front of the camera, because you're so natural now.
I love talking to other people. Talking about myself is always out of my comfort zone, and people kind of know that. But I love interviewing people. I just love people. So that part of it, I really don't find hard at all. But the people that come in go, oh gosh, I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. And everyone that comes away who's been really nervous have always said, oh my gosh, you made that feel so easy.
Oh.
And that's a lovely compliment to get, I think. And that's what we want to do, just create that experience. And you can then utilize that content for your clients, which is a great way of people seeing who you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us quickly how we can get hold of you and all the places on social media and everywhere.
So we are everywhere, and I will put some links in the comments as well, but it's at @SenoBounce, and then it's senobounce.co.uk. And obviously my email is Charlotte. I'm probably the only one in the world without an E, so you'll remember that. So Charlotte@senobounce.co.uk. And like I said, we love to have a chat. So if you have any questions, please just come forward.
And I will attest to that, because I've known Jamie and Charlotte a little while now from online networking. And if you want support, believe me, this is the organization that you've got to become a part of. So go and create your action point for today. Your homework is to go and find the SenoBounce website and create that free listing and see what's available, and start getting involved. I think that's the important part, because once you connect, then all the magic happens, like you said, in the one-to-ones. And once you're connected with the world, business doesn't feel so difficult.
No, I think it's interesting that you say as well, because so many people, I realize, are so worried about networking.
Yeah.
By just coming into a network where you don't have to sort of do the sales pitch and you just go into one-to-ones, you get to know the people really quickly. And that's how it grows. And that's how you can connect with other people that will just help you on your journey.
Absolutely. Oh, Charlotte, it's so lovely to have you. Thank you for joining me all the way from Wales, just over the border.
Yeah, we got Get Connected Global. So if you want to go global tomorrow, we're launching a Get Connected Global. So use that free one and you can come. I think we've got people from Mozambique, South Africa, China, Hong Kong, US. So there's going to be people from all over the world. So yeah, if you want to join us, then there's still time to book on for that one too.
That sounds amazing. Well, we'll pop the links everywhere, and we hope to chat with you again soon. Thank you, Charlotte.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you for having me and for this opportunity, Dawn. Really lovely to speak to you.